but I envision him finding one of his shots. We got the old gloves backs, and those things are like fucking rocks, those gloves. And I envision him cracking Merab on the lips, hurting him, cracking him again, and then TKOing him.
You know what, Sean? I think he has the persona of like a cocky guy, but I don't think he's really like that. Like, he's really flamboyant on social media, on YouTube and all the rest of it. But I think that Sean is like a grounded guy who works hard.
I like this stuff, bro. It's just natural and depends how I'm gonna feel, but I already kiss him. Now it's time to smash him.
Genuine. I want to go out there and put on a beautiful performance because I love this sport, not necessarily because I don't like Merab.
MMA experts have shared their final predictions for the highly anticipated UFC rematch on the horizon between Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili. Corey Sandhagen has spoken extensively about Sean O'Malley, particularly regarding O'Malley's prediction that he will win. While Sandhagen acknowledged that the matchup could go either way, he pointed out specific tendencies that made him lean toward O'Malley winning the fight. He noted that the favorite in the matchup is certainly beatable, and while it's possible the other fighter could win, Sandhagen still favors Sean O'Malley in the rematch.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I definitely can see O'Malley winning. I don't think that he's like written off just because he lost the first time. I think that I could definitely still see him winning. If I was like a betting man, I would bet on Merab, but I wouldn't bet a ton on him, you know, like I wouldn't put the Merab. So I think it's going to be a really competitive fight. Like round by round, it was like potentially competitive last time, but there was like a trajectory of the fight in which it was going. And yeah, so I mean, yeah, I got no idea, to be honest with you. I think that Merab will probably win, but it's MMA, so.
Offering a somewhat similar opinion, MMA Guru mentioned that although he sees the fight as a 50-50 matchup, he's leaning towards Sean O'Malley to come out on top. While he admitted he doesn't have a firm stance, he said that based on his intuition and guessing powers, he's favoring O'Malley. He also emphasized that a win here could play a significant role in shaping O'Malley's future trajectory in the sport.
I might pick Sean O'Malley to win. I just might do it. I don't know why I think Sean O'Malley wins, but I think Sean O'Malley wins. And I fucking hate that I think that, and I can't help but think it. So I may indeed pick Sean O'Malley to win. I might. I'm on the fence. I'm 50-50. I think we're getting a Sean O'Malley win, and then guess what? A Marcus McGee win over Peter Yan. It's going to be Sean O'Malley, Corey Sandhagen for the title, and then O'Malley will move up. Bet you anything. You just got the JDM underdog pick.
Meanwhile, Demetrius Johnson also shared his thoughts, suggesting a potential game plan for Sean O'Malley to secure a win. He noted that O'Malley needs to force the action against Merab Dvalishvili and find success with takedowns. Johnson warned that if O'Malley relies solely on jabs and keeping his distance, Merab could end up taking control and emerging as the victor.
Yeah.
Right? If Sean doesn't have the mindset like, I'm going to get taken down, I'm inviting the takedown, I'm going to force this fight against Merab, he's going to be so much better. But if he has the mindset like, I'm going to keep my distance, I'm going to teep, I'm going to jab and all that stuff, Merab's going to get across that void.
He's going to.
Merab's going to take you down.
Yeah.
It's up to you. It'll be like, fuck it, I'm going to fight it.
Yeah.
You're gonna fight my guard, and I'm not gonna allow you to just ground and pound. I'm gonna frame. I'm gonna grab your hands. I'm gonna look for triangles. I'm gonna look to sweep you, and then when I sweep you, I'm not gonna get up and run away. I'm gonna sweep you. I'm gonna stay on top.
Yeah.
Now it's on my terms. I'm on top. These aren't on your terms. And just when you were saying that, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I've always thought you were intelligent, like when you do things, but when you're like.
At the same time, Guru agreed with Demetrius's stance, emphasizing that Sean O'Malley will need a serious effort and a determined mindset to put on a strong performance fueled by the hunger to take down Merab Dvalishvili. In his view, O'Malley must fight on his own terms and push harder than ever to secure the win. He also acknowledged that it won't be an easy task.
If it's gonna happen, make it happen on your terms. It's the Kevin Holland thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm almost like a Kevin Holland of life. I choose this. You know what I mean? It's almost cope.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not going to get out grappled, and then it's happening live on pay-per-view in the main event.
Yeah.
You're being out grappled. Oh, fuck, I thought I wasn't going to get out grappled. My coaches told me.
Yeah.
He ain't out grappling you. He ain't going to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's almost what O'Malley's coaches were telling him about Merab.
Yeah.
You're too quick. You're too slick.
Yeah.
You won't get taken down. You stuff takedowns off Aljo.
Yeah.
But instead what they should be thinking is, if it's going to happen and you can be real about it and have that realism to it, fucking make it happen on your terms and you choose it. Cope. cope about it. I fucking chose to grapple with him. Yeah, I'm being out.
Meanwhile, Joe Rogan, while reviewing the fight, raised concerns about Sean O'Malley's ability to deal with Merab Dvalishvili. He expressed doubt over whether O'Malley can successfully keep Merab off him. Rogan highlighted Merab's relentless training, high energy, and momentum, suggesting that these factors could make it extremely difficult for O'Malley to handle the pressure.
Rematch with Sugar Sean. That's an interesting fight. Very interesting fight. I do not know how Sugar Sean keeps that guy off of him, but I do like what he's been doing. Got off social media, got his hip fixed, which was a big problem. There's a lot of these fighters that take these fights because it's a lot of money and it's a big event and they don't want to cancel and they got a significant injury.
Yeah.
Sean could not wrestle. Imagine not being able to wrestle in camp and you got to go face Merab.
Who's gonna get you on the ground?
He's a fucking animal. That guy's superhuman. There's no one like him. The cardio that guy has is off the charts. It's just off the charts. I've never seen anything like it. He doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
And he's full gas.
Highlighting Merab Dvalishvili's exceptional speed and athleticism, Joe asserted that Merab would be a tough challenge for Sean O'Malley. In Rogan's view, Merab's relentless pace and unyielding athletic nature will likely wear O'Malley down. He also pointed out that even someone as skilled as Omar Nurmagomedov struggled to keep Merab off him, emphasizing just how difficult Merab is to contain.
No breaks, the entire fight. It's just smothering.
Yeah.
Overwhelming people. Even Nurmagomedov, who's also an animal, he couldn't keep him off of him.
I know.
Like, this motherfucker's crazy. And then when DC went to visit him on Sunday, the day after the fight, he was out running.
What?
Yep. DC went to his house to congratulate him, and he's like, and DC made a video of it because he showed a video of Merab's gym. He's got this gym in his garage, pretty dope. And he's like, this motherfucker's out running. He just won the world title. And the next day he's running. He's an animal, man.
While reviewing the upcoming rematch, Tom Aspinall also shared his thoughts. He criticized Sean O'Malley's personality on social media, calling some of his behavior hilarious, but still appreciated O'Malley's focused approach heading into the fight. At the same time, Aspinall expressed concern for O'Malley, pointing out that Merab Dvalishvili's cardio and conditioning are unbelievable. He warned that Merab's relentless pace could pose serious problems for O'Malley in the rematch.
You know what, Sean? I think he has the persona of like a cocky guy, but I don't think he's really like that. Like, he's really flamboyant on social media and on YouTube and all the rest of it, but I think that Sean is like a grounded guy who works hard.
We know him he's fully locked in, him and Timmy, and right now he's just completely off the grid. He's not on social media. I think after that fight, he, got back to work like very seriously, and I think he'll come back and get the job done next time.
For me, Merab is like, I don't know what's going on with him because his cardio and conditioning is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it.
His last fight was like one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Yeah, because he just goes and goes and goes. Like, he will not stop going at somebody. I've never seen anything like that guy. He's unbelievable.
Meanwhile, Tim Welch has predicted that Sean O'Malley will seriously hurt Merab Dvalishvili. He expressed strong confidence in O'Malley's ability to land powerful shots on Merab and eventually secure a takedown. Welch specifically predicted that O'Malley would get the takedown in the third round.
Man, I envision a hard fight where Suge's coming out of there dirty, but I envision him finding one of his shots. We got the old gloves backs, and those things are like fucking rocks, those gloves. And I envision him cracking Merab on the lips, hurting him, cracking him again, and then TKOing him.
Wow. Late, middle, early?
Maybe third round.
All right. And then we do it again for a third time.
On the other hand, Luke Thomas has raised serious concerns about Sean O'Malley's chances, dismissing the idea that he can defeat Merab Dvalishvili. In Thomas's view, O'Malley lacks the necessary tools to beat someone like Merab. He added that if it were Corey Sandhagen in the matchup, he might believe Merab could be in danger. Thomas also highlighted Merab's incredible cardio, describing it as virtually endless and among the best in all of MMA.
I don't know if Sean O'Malley's this guy. In fact, I think Corey Sandhagen is going to be better suited to beat Merab. And that might sound crazy, but everybody keeps thinking you can beat Merab the way you would beat almost any other opponent. Make your defense stout, try and, cautiously begin to work your offense and, be wary of what he does. And I just feel like that works for 99% of opponents. It just doesn't work for Merab. Like, Merab has the best cardio I've ever seen. in any era, in any weight class of any fighter. He has the best cardio in MMA history because there's no depletion of it. He can do whatever he wants at any point, essentially. Right, so that's the first thing you have to kind of worry about.
Reflecting on Merab Dvalishvili's fight with Umar Nurmagomedov, Thomas pointed out that despite Umar's best efforts, he was unable to secure a takedown against Merab. Thomas emphasized that it's not just Merab's cardio that makes him exceptional. His takedown defense is also highly refined. Additionally, he noted that Merab's offensive style, while somewhat limited in variety, is relentless and unending. With that in mind, Thomas questioned how Sean O'Malley could realistically overcome such a difficult opponent.
People think that Merab, so for example, Umar tried something interesting, right? Umar's thought was, all right, I'll stop whatever takedowns I can of his, because he's not really going to take your back and beat you up. He's got some ground and pound, but he's not really a submission threat from the back, right? That's really not what he is. So what you'll do is you might get taken down a little bit, but you'll stuff a bunch of them and then maybe try to take him down. Problem was, it turns out that Merab's takedown defense is also awesome. Very, very good. Really good. So he's got unbelievable cardio, lights out takedown defense. What are you supposed to do with that, right? He's got limits. His offense is not overwhelming, but it just never ends. When I say overwhelming, I mean to a finish.
Furthermore, Luke pointed out how fighters often waste a lot of energy trying to stay safe against Merab Dvalishvili, attempting to attack him from different angles. However, Merab's quick movements and unpredictability allow him to not only evade danger, but also overwhelm opponents by throwing multiple punches in rapid succession. This makes it extremely difficult for his opponents to find an opening or stay engaged effectively.
He gets hit to the middle, right? A couple times. His takedowns were shit after that. He was open for punches after that. He was readable after that. People keep thinking what you have to do is against other opponents, this is of course what you have to do. But against Merab, I actually feel like, dude, you cannot, he benefits because people do two things against him. One, they spend an inordinate amount of time holding position underneath, collar tying, overhooking, wrapping up guard, or trying to build height. But if you can't do that very quickly, he just burns the clock on you while he's putting busy shots together, and then he just takes you back down again, right? So you just spend an enormous amount of time never meaningfully engaged in offense.
Meanwhile, Jamahal Hill noted that Sean O'Malley has strong support from an experienced team, helping him make smart adjustments for the rematch. However, he also pointed out that Merab Dvalishvili is constantly evolving and becoming increasingly dangerous with his skill set, and Hill emphasized that O'Malley may struggle to wrestle Merab off him once he starts applying pressure, comparing it to trying to move a mountain.
I think O'Malley and his team are fairly smart, and I think they make good adjustments. So do I think it'll be exactly the same? No, but Merab is a tough puzzle, bro. That's a tough puzzle. That's a tall task to ask. And he's getting better. He's constantly getting better. He's constantly growing, and he's growing in comfortable as a champion. So, I think it'd be difficult to wrestle him off that mountain.
At the same time, Billy Goff shared his thoughts on how the fight might play out. He acknowledged that while Sean O'Malley has the ability to knock out Merab Dvalishvili, he doesn't believe O'Malley will make the necessary adjustments to pull it off. Goff also noted that although Merab was able to hurt O'Malley in their first fight, he doesn't think Merab will be able to inflict more serious damage in the rematch.
I think Merab's gonna take it. O'Malley could always knock him out. O'Malley's he's deadly accurate. But I don't think O'Malley's gonna be able to make the adjustments in the short amount of time that he's had to deal with the wrestling of Merab. And I don't think Merab's all that dangerous. I don't think he's gonna hurt him a whole lot because he didn't last time. But he's gonna have a lot of control time, and that's gonna be hard for O'Malley to something about.
I think Merab all day. I think he's too much, can take him down. He's just more well-rounded.
I think Merab's gonna do it again, man. He controlled the cage so good. He was the distance control, and then his in and out and the wrestling. Sean, he always has, when he hurt Merab with that teep at the end of the fight when over. So there's always he always has a striker shot. There's always it only takes one shot and everything can change. But I think Merab's gonna just go ahead and kind of do the same thing.
Merab, I think it's gonna be just like the last fight. He's gonna wrestle, and that's how I see this fight going.
I think Merab's gonna win. I think he's gonna win again, man. Merab is really, really good, man, and he just made such a statement with his fights, man.
Moving on, Javier Mendez suggested that Sean O'Malley will need to maintain distance and strike from the outside if he wants to secure the victory. He emphasized that O'Malley should avoid engaging too closely with Merab Dvalishvili. Mendez also pointed out that in their first fight, O'Malley displayed impressive front kicks in the 5th round and stressed the importance of not running away from Merab, but instead meeting him with well-timed attacks.
Well, honestly, if Sugar keeps the distance and keeps striking at him, you know, with the body shots, etc., and don't engage with him and the inside, you know what I mean, and just strike at him from the outside, I think Sugar can pull it off. You know, he could definitely pull it off, and then he should have some confidence from the 5th round when he hit him with that beautiful front kick that hurt him. You know. So if he can pull that one off, I think he can do well. But I think running from him is not the way to go. Attacking him, just attack him at a distance, but attack him. Don't run from him. Why are you going to run from him? He can keep that cardio up forever.
Mendez went on to assert that Sean O'Malley needs to pick Merab Dvalishvili apart strategically in order to secure the victory. At the same time, he acknowledged Merab's incredible stamina, noting that he maintains a high level of energy throughout all 5 rounds, something O'Malley will also need to match. Reflecting on Merab's fight with Umar Nurmagomedov, Mendez highlighted Merab's exceptional athleticism and relentless fighting style.
So the whole idea is to pick him apart, you know, pick him apart. But he's got the distance, he's got the striking over him. So you just have to be smart and confident, you know, and that's what I would do. And I'm pretty sure you're doing the same thing. I'm pretty sure that's what you're working on. But 100% that's what I would do. And yeah, you guys can definitely pull it off. You just have to be able to do this for 5 whole rounds, 5 hard rounds, you know, because if you're not, then that's going to be a problem, because this guy's going to be there the 5th round just as strong the 5th round as the 1st round. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, he is an expert at winning 25 minutes.
Yes. I mean, look what he did with Umar. I mean, for me, I thought Umar won the 5th round, but I'm probably biased, you know, but it's like he acted like the champion.
Chael Sonnen also shared his thoughts on what the future could hold for Sean O'Malley, expressing his belief that O'Malley will win the fight. However, he also emphasized that this may be O'Malley's last real chance to defeat Merab Dvalishvili. Sonnen stated that if O'Malley loses, he might either move down from the 135-pound division or potentially step away from fighting altogether. On the other hand, he noted that a victory would open up significant opportunities for O'Malley moving forward.
Implications of Sugar Sean O'Malley, Merab Dvalishvili 2 coming up next UFC pay-per-view.
Sean O'Malley wins this fight, or quite possibly never fights at 135 again. The only path for Sean O'Malley forward, just so he doesn't get in that terrible spot, I'll use Rich Franklin, I say it as respectful, but Rich was so good, but he had an Anderson problem. Rich could beat everybody up badly, except for Anderson. And, you know, Max ended up there with Volkanovski. Like, sometimes this happens, and this will be Sean's last shot at Merab. They're not going to go to a part 3. And if he can't get around Merab, he's going to have to go up to 145, and that's a big prediction. Sean O'Malley is our sport's biggest star. When the biggest star is having to start worrying.
Meanwhile, Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo also reacted to the fight. Cejudo expressed surprise that Sean O'Malley even accepted the rematch, noting that O'Malley was decisively beaten and is still not a seasoned fighter. He went on to predict that Merab will stop O'Malley this time around by grinding him down with relentless pressure. Usman added that it's important to remember matchups are often made for entertainment purposes, highlighting that the UFC is not only a fighting organization but also an entertainment business.
Does somebody really deserve a rematch after getting 50-45 Kamaru Usman? No, you got 50-45, get in the back of the mother line and fight the Triple C. He's not gonna get that, but he you know, the UFC, they like him. They like the teeny poppers, like they want to get into that new generation. I can see Merab Dvalishvili actually stopping him this time around, getting on top of him, just grinding upon him to a pulp.
I mean, you do make an interesting point. When you're beat
50 to 45, that kind of means you were dominated the whole fight. Yes, in most cases, that doesn't truly warrant a rematch. But obviously, like you, Henry Cejudo, have pointed out time and time and time again, it's not just a fighting, a promotional company, it's also an entertainment company. But who else was there?
Corey Sandhagen was that fight to make.
Calling Merab Dvalishvili the greatest bantamweight of all time, Cejudo highlighted Merab's exceptional fighting abilities. Looking at his impressive resume, Cejudo praised Merab for securing some of the most significant victories in the division. He also noted that Sean O'Malley, even after earning a rematch, looks like a kid stepping into the cage against a true veteran.
Going up against until he just beats everybody in the top 10, which
I
should
mean,
be
your
something.
words. He's the greatest
daddy,
the greatest bantamweight of all time, right? Your words.
Yeah, of course.
This isn't just a rematch, it's a defining moment in both fighters' careers. Sean O'Malley walks into the cage with the weight of expectation and a point to prove, while Merab Dvalishvili brings relentless pressure, unshakable cardio, and a reputation for breaking his opponents. Experts are divided, legends have weighed in, and the fans are buzzing. But when the cage door closes, only one man will emerge with his hand raised. O'Malley rise to the occasion and make the right adjustments, or will Merab's non-stop engine and grinding style be too much to handle? This fight could reshape the entire bantamweight division, so let us know your pick in the comments. Team Sugar or Team Machine? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our breakdowns, reactions, and post-fight analysis. The war is coming, and we'll be here to cover every second of it.